but you started echoing again. I have no idea why. Just make sure. Anyway, let's go. If it keeps on, we'll try and figure it out. But I thank you. I'm not, without further ado, I'm going to bring, shout out to you, Black.
Hi, Anu.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, great. So for some reason, I think your voice is coming before your lips move. I don't know what that is, but hopefully it will sort itself out in the course of the conversation. So for those of you who do not know about my mother, this is my mother. She who carried me for 9 months and gave birth to me. Her name is Florence Ikokobe Folefa, but she's fondly called Mommy Flor or Auntie Flor by almost everyone who knows. She retired as an inspector in home economics in Boya. And Mommy Flo is a grandma. She's my mother, a mother of 5, grandma of many, and is joining us from Maryland in the United States, where she is with some of her children. So, Mommy, welcome to the Woman Experience.
Thank you so much, Correcti. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to deliver a good message to my children about us, their mother.
That's very important, because for those of us who are lucky to still have our mothers in our lives, honestly, we have to look after them, because looking back, especially as an adult, you know how much they have, how hard they have had to work, you know, to get us to where we are today. So we appreciate you, from you to all the mothers, all our mothers. Mimi has joined, Shanti is here, E.T. General, Tessie, hi, welcome. So many people are welcoming you to the show, Mommy.
Thank you so much, my children.
Clementine is here. Welcome, Mafua. So, Mommy, we're just going to get on. I've just introduced you briefly, but do you want to tell your children who you are a bit more?
Yes, I think so. So I started my career as a teacher. I went to St. Francis College and spent 5 years there. After that, I did some studies and had A-levels. I walked up to Nigeria, studied for 5 years in the University of Ibadan, University of Zaria, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. From there, I came back to Cameroon, and I've been doing a lot in the nutrition domain. And I've traveled throughout Africa, as I can say, attending seminars for nutrition. I went to East Africa, particularly. I've gone to Uganda, Kenya, Ethiopia, and you can name the rest. And all this while, I do a lot on nutrition and food as a whole. So I've been inspector for 15 years, inspecting teachers in home economics and inspecting food and nutrition. And I have helped so many women groups doing teaching them how to take care of their families, of their children. So I'm very happy to be here to talk about our elderly age, because right now I'm at that age and I know what I'm going to talk about. And I hope what I'm going to say is going to be of great importance and is going to help you, if not modify your way you have been taking care of your parents, improve it, and make you more happier to live with your parents.
Mommy, thank you. Your audio is playing up a bit. But Mommy, see, you have to look in the camera, right? Because you're looking up. So make sure you're looking in the camera.
Okay.
And so that you're talking directly to the children, because now it seems as if you're looking up to the sky. Okay. Somebody has me on. They tell them to mute it, Mommy. That's what's making me echo. So no, is there another phone with me on?
Aben.
Okay, great. So whoever is listening, they should mute me because it's interfering, it's echoing. Okay, great. You know, my mother is, if you know my mother, she's a police, she's strict, very strict. But anyway, Mommy, let's get on with it. So, like somebody like you who has lived such an active life in Cameroon, right? I want to understand how, maybe through your experience, we can relate to how our mothers feel. You have been up and down throughout our childhood. You have been traveling. You're really never home. You have led quite a busy life. And then now you find yourself in the United States where, or literally, my mother just left England on Monday to return to the US. She was with us for about 7 months, for which we're grateful. So she returned to the US on Monday. But I know that you have been quite sedentary. Your life in Europe and America is very sedentary because you're always at home with us. You know, how does that make you feel mentally?
Yes, actually, I've been here. I actually come today to talk about the elderly. And what will you say is an elderly person? I think it's anybody from 60 years to 70 upwards is an elderly person. And I wanted to talk mostly about the nutrition because when we leave Africa and come over here to the white man's country, we leave all the activities that we have been doing, the good food we have been eating, the meetings we attend, the Njangi houses and the cry dies and the stuff that we used to attend. When we come over here, we are locked in a hole. We stay in the house, we watch TVs, we go up, come down, eat, open the fridge, eat, and do those things. And this is not healthy for us at all. If you do that, the kind of life we live here is what makes some parents to go back home, and you hear after 3 months or 2 months they say they are dead. Why? Because they were living a sedentary life where they don't do anything, they don't do their things that they used to do, they don't have the opportunities or the freedom that they used to have. So I came today purposely to say, even if you we should know what food to give them as they leave Cameroon and come here. In Cameroon, we used to drink our blackjack, fever grass, eat our good food from our farms. We know where they are coming from. But as soon as we came here, we started eating what people are eating, which is not very healthy for us. So I wanted to talk about nutrition, how these parents should be fed for them to live effectively or in their life. So the first thing is, when you talk of nutrition for the elderly, you are looking at the condition of the person, the health position of the person. Has the person any problem of high blood, sugar, whatever? Name the rest. You can name the rest. If the person has, you have to know the kind of food to give him, to give her. If the person, him or her, because this includes even the grandpas too. So you have to know what to give to them. That's the first thing. And then, why will you think about this? Why will you want to know this? Because you want them to stay healthy, because they are out of Cameroon and they are here not even eating what they are supposed to eat. And sometimes you don't even have the time to prepare what they like to eat. So my presentation today is to tell our children, that when you make food for us elderly people, you have to take into consideration so many factors. Factors like the quantity of food they are supposed to eat, the quality, and the quality means the food must be balanced, it must have the carbohydrates in the quantity that are required, the protein, the fats, the minerals, the vitamins, the water, you can name the rest. You must, and how do you do this? You have to have patience with us elderly people, because when we come here and you cook your bulk kind of cooking, it is not to our advantages, because we eat, as an elderly person, you are supposed to eat in bits, rich and food in bits. Now, when you cook a very big pot of eru and you pack all the things that you do there, maybe meat and stuff, we don't really need those things, but we eat them because we don't have a choice. So in my presentation, I'm trying to say, whatever you do for your mom, you know what she did for you. You know what she has gone through for you. You can spare a little minute to get the things that she needs, keep them there and show her how to do them. If she cannot use the gadgets, just do the things and keep, and make sure you give her what she wants to eat, because we are going out. We are not coming back. We are just going. And as we are going, I think you should give us the best, so that when we go with joy and peace, because we have really worked hard for you people. So that's what I want to pass across. And when somebody will ask me, why won't they eat of what all of us are eating? One, because at this age, you are susceptible to diseases. You have arthritis, you have body pains, you have stomach upset. In fact, you have all the problems in the world. And how do you arrest them? You can only arrest them by nutrition. And what is this nutrition? It's not just saying, but my mother is eating vegetables, she's eating fruit. What kind of fruit is your mother eating? What kind of vegetable is your mother eating? Is it the right vegetable for her situation? Is it well cooked? Or you just cook anything and dump it and say you have given your mother she's eating vegetable and fruit, and you buy any kind of fruit and give to her? These are the points I want to stress here, because I've been in the US for a long time. I've also been to the United Kingdom recently. As my daughter said, I just came back 3 days ago, and I'm talking from experience, and I'm talking from what I have seen. So please, dear children, take your time, know what your mother is eating, the quality, the quantity, because this is very important for them. And above all, they need supplements, whether you like it or not. You cannot tell me that, no, my mother is eating, I know what I'm giving my mother. My mother is doing this, is doing that. No, it can never be enough. It cannot. So what do? You look at her health condition, and you know the kind of supplements to give her. You don't give her any kind of supplements. You research to be sure that what you are giving her is good for her health, especially zinc, calcium, anything potassium, those things that will help her bones, strengthen the bones, help her to stay healthy. Why will you do it? You do it because you want her, if she's sick, she can recover from the illness faster. You want it because you want your mother to live a happy life and walk about, not in a wheelchair, not sighing the whole time. And they gave me that their thing and I've eaten it and it's worrying me in my stomach. So children, you have to take note. And again, you have to know that we have a serious problem with emotional and mental stress. Leaving Africa to come here and sit in your houses. In fact, we don't even want to sit in your houses. We don't want. It's the war and many other things. And because we pity you, that we have come over here to stay with you and see if we can help people sort out some things. So think of your mother emotional stress, mental stress, because this is very important. You see some mothers, and even if you cook the best food in the whole world, and your mother is not emotionally stable, you have done nothing. And the way you talk to your mother, because we are very sensitive, we are very emotional. In fact, we're supposed to be in our own houses, but since we are here in your houses, when you are talking, you have to be very careful because we pick it very fast. I'm talking for those literate mothers. What of those mothers who have not gone to school? I have to talk for them too. What do they do? Those of us who are even literate can do something for ourselves, minus the children. You don't just come and sit. Try to do something to keep your brain active as the educated ones. Don't sit there and say, I'm carrying a child for my daughter. Learn things on YouTube and try to see what you can do to help your daughter solve some problems. In England, I was the one doing my grandchildren's hair. I do it my own style. but the hairs are still very beautiful and people admire them. Don't sit there and say, let them take it to those saloons because they want to take. No, which saloons? When you are there, you should be active, because if you are not active, you are even killing yourself. You are increasing your arthritis. You are diminishing your immune system and making all type of illness to come to you. And again, if you are not active and you are moody because your daughter is making slants and left and right, you will die fast. And then you even if you eat the food will not show on your body. Even if you eat, your immune system will still be the same. Nothing will work there. So what I'm trying to say here is, for those of us who are educated and are here with children, please do what you can to help them out in so many ways, because we can do it, especially if you still have the strength. I will not compare anybody to myself, but if you still have the strength, try to help the children, try to make them happy. Don't bring problems into their homes. Instead, try to bring the two children together, because I believe that if your daughter is married to a man, the man becomes your son. And if your son is married to a woman, the woman becomes your daughter. So treat them that way. And if you treat them that way, you don't have any problem. They will eat food. Even if they don't eat, they will be happy. They will know that this mother likes me so much. My mother-in-law or my mother likes me so much. My mother can die because of me. So for those of the mothers back home, those people back home, you have also to take care of your mothers as they grow old. Don't wait until when they are bended, then you start going there to say you want to help them. Let them be taking these black teas, blackjack, fever grasses, bitter leaf, drinking at them at least once a week, and eating food. And you to follow up and see that they are eating the right things. For example, I'll just give an example of this pounded yam, this yam that we have come here, yam powder. You cannot just cook it directly and give to an elderly woman to eat. What you need to do is you add some vegetables in it, something like cabbage or cauliflower, flour. And I will show you, I'm going to put it in the link for you to see how you prepare those things. When you give them those type of food, they will stay strong, they will stay healthy and happy. So my appeal to you today is try to make sure your mother is well fed, is happy. And above all, I will not leave this stage without saying this. I've noticed one thing here, and I've read books, and I've seen on Facebooks, and I've seen on WhatsApp, children driving their mothers out of their houses, children abusing their mothers, children doing horrible things. My dear children, I will tell you today, never you do that, because it is even written in the Bible that you take care of your parents, because what you are going to do to your parents is exactly what your children will do to you. For no reason should you send your mother out of your house. It is an abomination. If I don't know what crime she will even commit for you to send her out of the house. And mothers, if they are listening to me, when you come into a house, don't take sides. Those two children are your children. Treat them the way you treat your own reborn child. Don't call your daughter behind and say your husband did this. Say it in front of them. My daughter can testify. I take all of them like my children. I treat them. If I buy one slipper for my son-in-law, I buy one for my daughter. If I don't have, I leave it. So it's a simple word, and it's a word of love. And what would end? What is the end result? It's only love that is going to lead. So I'm pleading to you all today that you take another special look at your parents. Go back now and see whether what you have been doing is right or wrong. And if it is wrong, it's not because you know that it's wrong. Maybe you did it because you didn't know. My dear children, try to change and treat these people. Give them the respect they deserve. Give them the peace they deserve. Ignore them, because we always get angry, we always get moody. Just imagine that it's your daughter of 2 years that is behaving, and treat them nicely, and God will bless you and bless your whole house, and you'll be a happy person. Thank you.
Mommy, I felt like I should clap after your speech. You're not done, no. You're given no. That was very good, Mommy. But you have just gone straight to the point, to the end. We have questions. This show is 1 hour. This is only 25 minutes.
I still have more to say. I just ended there. I have fathers to talk about fathers.
Definitely, Baba Mami, thank you. Everybody is really loving it. I hope you can go after and read the comments. But I want to ask, somebody asked the question, I think it's Mienangi Chris. She said that what if you're trying to give all these things to your parents, the right food, but they don't want to eat, they only want to eat the things that they want to eat. What do you do? How do you help them?
The first thing I will say is how did you try to convince them? I can give an example of my daughter here in the US, the father-in-law. When the father-in-law was coming to the US, my daughter went and bought vegetables, salads, all those things for him. I'm thinking that she's doing a very great thing. When the man came, the man said, you must be very stupid to go and buy these nonsense things and keep for me to come and eat. It's ignorance. So what do? You try. When I came, because I also came after he came, I told him, Bepa, this thing will give you energy. This one will give your blood, make your blood clean. This one, he said, is that so, Mommy Flo? I say, yes. So, and when I made the vegetable now and gave him, he ate. So his son came and said, so now you can eat from Mommy Flo. When my wife bought this, you almost killed her, and now you are eating. She said, but Mommy Flo has nicely told me what the food is all about. That's why I'm eating. So what I want to iterate here is that the way you present it may matter. Tell them what it is going to do in their bodies. Tell them you are not wicked. You just want them to be strong and be nice, loving, because they are like children now. We are like children. So you have to convince us to eat your white man thing that you are giving us, grass and anything that you are giving us. So my daughter, you have to have a lot of patience to do it. And you can change it in different forms for him to take. You just have to take your time. We are your babies, so we are also babies now. So that's the way you have to treat us. Thank you.
Mommy, so true. I like that after everything you say thank you. Anyway, but this is really good. But okay, Mommy, so you said you were going to, guys, if you have any questions, please just ask, and then I'm going to post them to Mommy. Mommy, I really wanted us to talk. I mean, I know you've said it already. Maybe we should go to, let's talk about the men, our grandpas. What do you have to say? How do we take care of our fathers and our grandpas?
The grandpas are more difficult than the grandmas.
Yes.
Why? Because they have the manly authority that they have brought from Cameroon. They always see, because it's even difficult for you to tell them that your food is in the kitchen. Go and take it. He will think that you are mad, and then you start telling the son, what type of useless woman did you marry and bring here like this? So they pass to, but there are some very good past too that I have seen. They live with their daughter-in-law, and they are like a father to the girls. Yeah. For me, all these things depends on, if somebody shows you love, you show that person love. For me, I don't believe in that thing that you are doing everything and they are saying that they are not seeing. No. If you show the person love, the person is going to give back love to you. But you need to be patient, as I've said, because our head are not balanced now. We don't think well, and in fact, we get agitated. So please, you need to have a lot of patience dealing with their elderly parents. And they have to learn to adapt to this custom here. You don't see them, because these children too, they work so hard. I have also to appreciate the fact that they are very busy, and we really need to help them. I remember that even if I don't have anything to do, I can prepare things and keep my daughter packed in her fridge, so she'll be eating, but she can only make the soups to eat what she's doing, because I know that is so difficult. I feel for them, and I'm sure every other parent feels for them. But as I'm saying, we are going. So just treat us, please. Just cover your eyes and treat us very well, and God will bless you.
Amen. Okay, so Mommy, let's go now to the nutrition part, because a lot of the things that I wanted to know was how, when you people come here, your mental state, you know, have been locked up in the house for so long and for so many hours. What are some of those activities that you can advise your us and your fellow elderly to do at home, just to keep them I don't know.
There are so many things directly, like I just said. For example, you don't just sit and think that the world has come to an end. Try to exercise. What kind of exercise are you supposed to do? You can just sit on a chair and stretch your whole body, stretch your legs, stretch your hands and stuff, bend down a little bit and come up. And then again, you can go out for a walk. At least every day, you have to do about 30 minutes walk. 30 minutes. Nobody is rushing you. Walk slowly, go and come back. Even if you cannot go out of the house, go around the house doing the exercises. And again, for those of us who are educated, I know I've sent a lot of exercises to my friends through from YouTube that I do, and they are very happy and they are doing them. Don't sit down, because if you sit down, you are just punishing yourself. You deteriorate so fast. You cannot even help the child you came to help. After you start complaining, your hands are broken, your neck is broken, your back is broken, your legs are broken, because you just sit on the same spot and maybe kind of saying, let her have suffered for her, let her also suffer for me. You'll be suffering by yourself, not that child. So you have to do a lot of exercises. Get up, anything that you can do. If you can wash plates, wash them. If you can wash children's clothes in the washing machine, do it and pack it for them. Help them to tidy their rooms. Help them to tidy the children's things, because that's what a grandma does. You want to see your grandchildren looking good. You want to see your daughter looking good, or your son-in-law. So don't sit quiet. Do some activity. And again, I was thinking, for the children, don't lock your mothers in the house. Please, you can take them out to a park and sit with them for 30 minutes. Let them just do some few activities there in that park. You can send them to their friends on holidays to go and stay with their friends and make noise. Think of their old days, make noise, and then their head will be balanced again. And then you can organize a small trip where you go with your whole family and your mom. You go and stay there and you involve her in the activities that are going on. I think this will keep her very happy. And above all, take them to the shops. Don't just buy and come and dump, buy and come and dump. Let her do her selection. And again, don't just think that we are coming, we've made money. Give us some small money to keep. Even if it means that we'll take the money and give to the next child, make sure you give us some small money, even if it's two pounds or $10, give it to us. Let us be able to take us to the shop. Mommy, what do you want to buy? Take us to the shop. Maybe if we go to that shop, we'll not even buy anything, but just the fact that you took us to that shop, we are happy that you want us to make our own choice. We are not babies. So you try to treat us that way, and I'm sure you will never have a problem. Teach us to do exercises, play with us in the house, take us around. Yeah, I used to do exercises with her, even Rosemary. They forced me to go and be doing exercises every day. Even if I want to sit quiet, they will not allow me to sit quiet. I think we should try to do that. Force your parents, tell them, Mommy, you think you don't owe, I beg, do so. It's going to really help. Don't just say, Mommy, you don't owe, she don't owe you for day. No, encourage her to get up and do something that will motivate her and give her her ego and give her, some
confidence.
Yes.
Confidence back.
So that's what I would say for that. And there are so many things that you can do. And then some children even go as far as telling their grandchildren not to go near their mothers. That is even horrible, because you have to tell the children a lot of things. And in fact, let them not even joke with their grandmas, because they don't even know what they are doing since they have been brought up in this place. They don't know if you don't correct them. I remember one time I sent my grandchild go and keep this cup in the kitchen for me. And she told me, but grandma, you are sitting there. Why can't you get up and go and put it? The father fell on her and got her well beaten. I'm the one who went and took her from the father. And so those are some of the things. And that was a lesson the father was teaching the child. Let the children respect their grandmothers and grandmas. We have a lot to do. Teach those children stories, tell them stories, tell them about their roots, where they're coming from. We sing some songs with them. Tell them about their grandfather, their grandmother, and a lot more. Don't just sit there and say, I don't go to school. You didn't go to school, but you can do a lot of things. You can tell them the stories in our language. They will see, they will understand, and they will remember you for those stories. So let us not just sit down and say, we don't have anything to offer.
Mommy, thank you. So I want to read some comments. Collie says, I'm so impressed, Mom. You are really communicating. I'm learning a lot. You are very expressive, and that's helpful for us to see things from the perspective of parents.
Thank you.
That's from Collie. Let me go back and read. But Clementine asked something, which she said something. I have lived with my elderly parents all my US life, all diagnosed with some form of cancer back in 2012, 2013. We were told they would not make it. At that point, I just decided to offer quality of life and not quantity of life. Balanced meals, exercise, and much love. That's amazing, Clementine. That's what Mommy is saying.
Yes, I know her story so well. She's an example.
Somebody asked something else. This mommy be different. Majority of mommy them don't bring problem for their son, their married house. But there's okay, Tessie, mommy, Tessie says, Mommy, I'm asking for a friend. How do you handle a situation where you are treating your dad or mom to the best of your ability, and not one of them just doesn't like your wife and is displaying all sorts of embarrassing behavior towards them?
My daughter, I think it's just like I was telling you. You need to have a lot of patience to deal with these things. Some people, you cannot satisfy some people, and so what do? Do your best, and even when they are bringing trouble, don't get into their trouble. Try to still do what you are doing, because you know what you are doing is right, and God in heaven is backing you. Just continue doing and showing the person double love. That person that is trying to bring you down, show the person double love. Try to, even if he thinks that he will not greet you in the morning, greet. If he's coming, take his bag, wash his clothes, do this, do that. Don't even care about what he's saying. Just ignore it. Behave as if it's your 2-year-old son or daughter behaving that way. And one day he will say, what is wrong with this girl? I've done everything to make her angry, and she cannot. She's only still being nice to me, and the person will change, my daughter. Plus, everything you do, pray and pray. And even if you want to go and meet that kind of a person, just say, God, help me, so that what I'm going to do, this person will see it from the light that I'm bringing, so that you will not have. Just pray to your God and do your best, my daughter, and show the person double love. That's what I will tell you. I will not tell you to create any enmity with anybody, and nobody should disturb your peace. Nobody should disturb your peace. So instead, the person should suffer. Show him love, and he will change, because he has seen that what he's doing does not even mean anything to you. You are still being happy. You are still doing the things you want to do for him. So he will follow you after some time. Don't relent. Don't relent your effort. Continue doing the good.
Okay, Mommy, thank you. That's what Shanti is saying as well, Tessie. Tessie, kill them with love. Stay consistent. Your reward is from above. So I like that. Mommy Atem is asking, sometimes by separating these meals because of health benefits, the parents may think you don't want them to enjoy like the rest are doing. So how do you handle that situation? Because Clementine says she's right. When I tried to eliminate meat from their meals, they told me I didn't like them. So Your phone is fine.
Yes.
And you're looking up, but go on.
I'm looking down.
Go on, mommy. So how do you handle that situation where you are trying to teach them the right food to eat and they are saying that like you, my mother, okay, let me put a picture of my mother because there you're seeing her sitting down. But this mommy is very, very, very fit. So what do you tell your that's Fito because she has her Bamleke, Bangwa, all kinds of hips right there. But what do you do if you're trying to treat your parents?
No, and I will still say, the woman needs a lot of education. That's all what I will say. It's a lot of education and a lot of love. A lot of love, because most of the time, if you look at it critically, you see that some of them are illiterate. They don't know what they are doing. They don't, because for me, it will not be a problem. But for somebody who has not attained my level or who didn't go to school at all, it's a different thing. The person will be thinking, which if she's eating my child's money and does not want me to eat, why? But you have to tell her, Mommy, I'm doing this for your good. I'm doing this because I know you have this, you have that, you have that. But I can give you, this is what they do. In fact, just tell her that that's what the doctor has told you to give her. To cut a long story short, because when she hears that it's from the doctor, she cannot be giving you headache, because there are some of them very stubborn and they will get on your nerves. And I'm sure you are not a saint. You get angry and at some point misbehave. But always pray to God to give you the grace to manage these old people, us, to manage us.
So marriage, yes. So marriage, you can. That's very good, mommy. I'm just trying to see if anybody's got any more questions before we move on. So, mommy, we've talked about. I want you to give us practical examples, especially for those of us who are in the West. Practical, simple recipes. So, guys, if you have a pen and paper, grab it now. Practical, simple recipes that could be healthy that we can make for our elderly parents.
There are so many recipes. For example, as an elderly, as I just said before, as an elderly person, you cannot give the person so much food at a time. No matter the condition of the person, whether the person is sick or the person is okay. They need food that are rich, that are eaten at once, not twice. So if you make some vegetable, for example, if you want to give them broccoli, or no, let me not talk about broccoli because it's a white man vegetable. Now you want to give them something like huckleberry that everybody knows.
Mommy, there's no huckleberry here. I'm talking about broccoli. Broccoli is
okay. Broccoli. If you want to give the person broccoli or mushroom, what you should do is you should steam them. You steam. You don't boil. You steam. I don't know. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say steam. You steam it. You steam it so it retains all the nutrients that you are going to give the person, and then you saute it in a very little fat with a bit of tomato, because at our ages we don't need tomato, because tomato is going to give us arthritis. We don't need to be eating stews. We don't need to be eating any food that has so much tomato. Our own stews are made with vegetables, not with tomato. So yes, so you steam the vegetables and saute them with maybe have a tomato or one full tomato, not more than that, and then a bit of pinch of salt, then some mushroom mixed, the pepper, because we like pepper. At those of us coming from Africa, we always eat pepper. We don't like your food in the first place because your children don't eat pepper. So you have to add some pepper in the food to make it spicy. And then you can put some lean meat like chicken or turkey or what their mother wants to. because the meat is not important to us at this stage at all. We don't need meat. We need vegetables and we need foods rich in vitamin and nutrients that are good for our ages. So if you say recipe, I cannot give you a recipe. That's just the word I can give for now. But I can always write out and give you a lot of recipes to put for them. Food. And like I say, don't carry fufu. They should eat in portions, please. And I'm very strict on these portions. Because you see, people, their stomachs are so big. It's because of the kind of food they are eating. It's the kinds of if you now trim them down on a special diet, you see that the stomach will just go down by itself. So you people should try to be strict with the intake of fats, intake of a lot of protein. The protein is lean protein. Don't just give them anything. Vegetable protein in particular is the best for us at this age. And anybody at my age, at our age now, don't make a long throat to want to be eating everything that the children are eating. Let them eat their meat because they need it. You don't need it. You need your vegetables and a fish or whatever to eat. That is well prepared, raw, almost raw. You eat and you take the fruits according to your health condition. You take the type of fruits that have been recommended for you. And I think you stay longer and happier and very strong.
Okay, Mommy, thank you.
So if you want recipes, I can put some to help those who want to use them. Okay. I'll write them out. I already have one that I gave to you. That one is for stop giving them pounded fufu, all those fufus like that. You have to mix something there with like curry flour or cabbage or something, or carrot in their food. You use it to cook it, yes, and it will be nice.
Mommy,
I'm talking of what I have tried, because I've tried all these things that I'm saying and they're very effective.
Yeah, because Mommy is actually vegan right now. She's been vegetarian for a while, but she's a vegan right now, so she doesn't eat. Although this your hips, they lie because people will think it's food, but that's your God-given. This was Mommy on her birthday in April this year. So, Mommy, somebody else has a question that I want to ask. What do you do? I can't remember who, but I remember the question. What do you do to a parent who still likes to drink a lot at this age? What can you say to deter them from the alcohol?
No, I will tell them they don't need to. We don't need to drink. And Goretti, we don't need to drink. What we need is juices. And these juices and smoothies are according to our health conditions. We need to drink a lot of juice, natural juice, very natural. And then we need to eat fruits, bowls of fruits to keep our immune system balanced, to keep it intact. So if we have any free radicals, they can fight them out for us. So those are the things we need. We don't need no beer. We don't need no whiskey. You can drink a little bit of wine. I say a little bit of wine. You don't need them. Don't start competing yourself with children, because we are going, and then we really need to take care of ourselves so that we go in peace and strong. We don't go bending and carrying walking sticks and putting us in wheelchairs. No, let us try to help the children by eating the right things and doing the right things. And children, give us the right thing, because we are like our mothers now. We are your children. So you treat us like your children by giving us the right things. Even if we tell you this is what we want, you can say, no, Mommy, I'm not taking it because I know it's not good for your health. Don't be afraid to say that, because you'll be helping your mother and giving her a longer life by telling her the right thing. So always remember, we are your children now. So treat us as such.
Mommy, so we have so many children, us wives, right? Because now we have husbands that are our first children, then our own children, then plus you guys added on top.
Yes. I will always help you people.
Yes. Tessie is saying I need to give her credit for this picture. Tessie, thank you for taking this picture.
Yes, Tessie took the picture.
Yes, she did. What was I going to say? So people are also giving suggestions for how we should eat. Atem says make sure they eat food that's very rich in fiber.
Yeah, foods that are rich in fiber. Yeah.
Maria is saying vegetable carbs is better. Yeah, it's better than pounded yam.
What is she saying?
Vegetable carbs are better.
Yeah.
And then Clementine says healthy smoothies. They do oatmeal, a fruit, and a cup of tea or Ovaltine every morning. Boiled eggs, baked fish with lots of vegetables sauteed. Limit frying the best you can. Do more of baking, broiling, sauteing, more fish, chicken, less shrimps, as they are too high in sodium. Wow.
Yeah. That's good.
Oyera is here. Oyera says true health is wealth. I believe eating healthy at even a young age prepares your body when you get older. Exactly. So Leo is talking about vitamins. And Mami, you mentioned about supplements. Do you want to elaborate on that a bit?
Yeah, I was just talking about vitamins because most people see me and they ask a lot of questions. This COVID thing that people are saying can never see me because I'm very sure of my immune system and I'm very proud of my immune system because I'm the kind of person, anybody who knows me, I have so many children there who know me. They know that I'm strict right from Cameroon. I've been strict with my diet. And when I got to America, I didn't get my teas that I used to drink. I asked my son, who is right beside me here watching Anu, that I want to go me back to Cameroon because I don't see how I will live in this place without having what to take. So he told me, Mommy, there's a company that they call Forever. Maybe if you buy your products from there, the products are made from natural aloe vera. So you really like them because you used to drink bitter aloe vera. I know that you can. So I got into that aloe vera thing, and that's why I can talk about giving your parents supplements. Don't depend on when you think that you can even cook, you cannot, and you can never give them all the nutrients that they need. Don't deceive yourself that I'm doing the right thing. No, you can never, because I've done nutrition for years. 40 years is not 40 days. Until today, I'm still doing it. Because even right here, I help a lot of women here in Maryland with their problems. So you cannot tell me that they don't need that because I'm doing this for them, I'm doing that for them. No, their parents need calcium. They need supplements to help their prostate, their reproductive health, and your fathers for their prostate health. They need all those supplements. And if I talk about the Forever Living products, it's because I've gone to the site, I've seen the way they are grown, I've seen how they grow their honey, I've seen how they grown I've seen where the way they get the equipment, the materials they use for doing their tablets. So that's why I can talk about it very proudly. And people say, but there's this, you don't need to go and carry, if it were possible that I do experiments, you see that most of the things you call vitamins on the market in Costco and stuff and those places are very fake. I'm not, because I can do experiments to show you with the Forever products that I'm using. You see the difference. They break down. You see, when I do it, you see the effect. So please, I don't want anybody to get anything from me. Get it from anywhere. Forever products for your parents. They are vitamins. They need them to stay healthy. You see, some people are sluggishly fat because they don't take anything, and then they just sit there, they eat the kind of food that somebody is thinking, I'm giving my mother the best food. Meanwhile, you are just killing her by giving her, saying, Mommy, eat, Mommy, eat. At first, my daughter used to tell me, Mommy, eat your ice cream. I said, eat it. What was even there? But now I don't eat it. I tell her I cannot eat it because I know I'm growing older and I don't need it because I'm not even doing anything. In Cameroon, you can fly to this place, fly here, fly there, fly. Here, you cannot do that. Even though I'm not sitting quiet, all of them know I do a lot of things to keep myself busy. So I don't just sit. So I'm encouraging you to look for good supplements for your mom. Don't just go and buy cheap, big container things and call them vitamins that you are giving them. We have Forever Daily. Every mother needs to have it. We have the calcium. We have cardio health for your heart. We have so many things that if you search, you see them. I can give you my website if you want to check them out. But I think that's what you should give your parents. And I think they are very good because I can testify. I use them. And if I show you the pack that I'm using, you say, my children used to even say, hey, mommy, this thing is too much. But when my daughter in Holland, the medical doctor came, she said she can even take even more than that. You will not do her anything because they are just supplements and they're just building up her immune system. And that's all. So we should try as much as possible to do that, to be our mothers, our immune systems, because we need it. Because as you grow older, you degenerate. Your cells, your everything is broken down. In fact, even your reproductive health is affected. So it's weakened. The nerves, everything, delivering fat children and having so many children, you get weakened. And only these supplements are going to rebuild you, regenerate you, make you to feel stronger. So you really need them. You need them for your parents, and buy the right things.
Yes, don't buy the cheap things because these are your parents. So spend a little bit of money so that we can spend a bit more time with them. Thank you very much for that, Mommy. LK is asking, some of our parents are so used to fufu from childhood. It is hard to change certain habits, otherwise you cause a negative impact on general well-being. Do you have any advice for healthy fufu options? I've been using oats fufu and plantain fufu, which is low in glycemic index. Any further advice?
Yes, even the plantain fufu that you think is the best is not. Because first and foremost, you don't know whether it's real plantain in there. So what you do, as I'm saying, you don't just give her that. Add some vegetables, grate carrot, blend carrot in your blender, make the fufu very strong. Then at the end of it, pour the carrot in there and stir and cook for about 5 minutes to mix it up. It makes it rich for her to eat. You can just do that for her alone, but if you want to do it for yourself, it's still good. But that's what you should do for your mother. Cabbage, same. When you have any fufu, don't say this one is, we must swallow the fufu always, we have to. But which soup are we taking it with? How has it been prepared? Anything that you want to do, add a bit of vegetables at the end, 5 minutes, you turn it, and she will still eat the fufu, and it will still be very good fufu because I have tried it, I have eaten it, and so I can talk about it.
And she has forced it down my throat, and okay. Yeah.
They don't want to eat it. That's their problem.
It's healthy. My mother has created her recipe book of only vegan food. But what I love about what she's done is she has tailored it to her taste. Which is, I keep telling you that, Mommy, you should share that recipe book with people. So many people's parents will benefit from it. She has been able to make fufu with cauliflower, and like she has, I don't, when she's a nutritionist, so she knows what she's doing. But I really thank you for that. Quinta is asking a question. She says, Mom, is it advisable to stick to African foods for our elderly parents here, especially when we don't exactly know from where the foods come from and their quality? I think, which is what you were just saying. Most of the time, they are able to grow vegetables around the house, but most of the other foods are imported. So is it advisable to stick to African food?
Yes, for me, yes, African foods are good. No matter, you only improve on them. That's what I'm trying to say. Because whatever we take here is, call it organic, it's not organic. Call it any name, it is not. So what you need to do, you need to put some other things to bring it up to nutritive value. That's bring up the nutritive value of what you are going to eat. what you need to do is do some. That's what I've been researching on this COVID, whether COVID what to. That's what I have been doing a lot of experiments, researching, doing this, trying them out in the kitchen, and telling my children, but they say I'll be the one to be eating those things, not the that those my things that I'm eating, like I'll be the one to eat them. But they are very good for our age. So I will advise you that you do it for your mom. Always don't give her the what you have cooked for the whole company. Let me call it company, the whole house, because sometimes you cook a big bowl of this thing. And then, as I'm saying, I mean, for the mothers that cannot really do it by themselves, because I don't want you to kill any child, because these children have too much to do. If you are a literate mother, please do it yourself. Do it yourself and leave those children to rest. But if your mother cannot do it, I beg you, my children, do it for her. Let her just enjoy her small life before she goes. Let her enjoy her small life before she goes, please. Always try. I know that it's too much for you people, but just try.
Mommy, thank you very much. So we are an hour into the conversation. Is there anything I've not covered? Is there any other questions? Because you know she's elderly, right? So I cannot keep her for an hour and a half like I do the younger guest. But if there's any questions, I'll just give us 5 minutes to think of any last questions, and then we would let Mommy go and drink her tea, because she has her herbal tea. My mother is very, very, very much about diet. I know that growing up, not diet, nutrition. Growing up, there were so many ways that I know, for example, salt wasn't something that we really ate in our house, because my father was elderly. So my mother was already, I'm sure from the age of about 12, I knew about don't put too much salt in food. You know, I knew about, when you cook beans, do this, don't put meat. You don't need meat in beans. You want to focus on the protein from the beans. So my mother's always been about nutrition. She has not just taught it, she has actually walked the walk, and we appreciate her for that. And that's why she's looking, should I reveal her age? She's looking 40. Oh, she's looking 40. She's Mami Nyanga. For those who know her, you know now. But we are grateful for that, for the time that. So, any other questions? I'm just doing it so that we have a question. Mami,
and I just want to add something for motivation. I want to add that all these things that I'm saying they should do has the end result. And what is the end result? The end result is these parents should come out healthy and happy, because at my age, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have sugar, I don't have all those other things that my age mates may have been witnessing, because I struggle to fight them. So when we say do this to your parents, it's just because it's going to help them. Because if I'm not healthy, I cannot help my daughters, I cannot help my sons. So if you are healthy, you help them a little bit before you go. But if you are not healthy, you cannot kill yourself. You are always on the bed sick. You cannot help them. And then you even multiply their sorrow. Because if they think that you are not well, they are also sick. Yeah. So that's the end result, to keep you healthy. And to even say if you are sick, you get over the illness in less than no time. Because you know that you have a good immune system.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Mommy. That's right. Marcellus, a Kokobe Marcellus saying, Mama floor for life. Ajana is saying hi. And they are giving you a round of applause here. Mami Nyanga, thank you. Collie says, Mom, you're a great lady. I've learned a lot. Quinta is saying, thank you, Mom. Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, my children.
Sarah says, please share the book. I'll get Mami to complete that and put it out there for real. I really like what she's done with the recipes. She's been able to customize the recipes for our palate. And even though I don't really, but it's really good. And she's looking really good. And Clementine has been giving quite a lot of, because Clementine is also very much into nutrition, and we're going to have her on the show in the near future, because she's done amazing with her weight and the nutrition. She's gradually switched her parents to oatmeal fufu, I buy the traditional oatmeal and I blend. Other than the color, it comes out like fufu with lots of vegetables. So those are different ways that we can what, adapt the food to give them their African swallowing, which is something that they like a lot. Mommy, any final words? Amy says thank you. Cynthia says thank you. Good one, Remy. Any final words for your children? Less hospital bills. That's right, Chantal. Less hospital bills.
Yes, I think what I would like to say is, as I've said all along, I think the best thing a child will do is to take care of your parents with all your heart. And when you do that, and how do you do that? How do you do that? Because the parents are not easy. So what are you going to do? So what I will tell you people is, let love lead. And when there's love, you overlook most of the problems. And I'm advising you people today, please always think about the love your parents have for you. Even when they do the wrong things, remember the love. When you think of the love, you think of what she has gone through and what she has done for you, you will be able to forgive and keep her happy and healthy. And above all, I forgot one important thing. Remember that you don't make an atmosphere where your mom can fall. Fall is very dangerous at this age. Please, always make sure you follow up children, because children are fond of dropping water on the floor, doing things. I have so many parents that have broken their legs, and today they cannot even walk well. Because at this age, if your leg is broken, it's broken. It cannot come back to normal, because everything about you is deteriorating. So it's just kind of management. So be careful with falls, always follow up falls. And then please, and please, my children, on no account should you send your parents out of your house to the streets. Never you do that. I don't care. And don't listen to fake pastors, please. Don't listen to what they'll tell you that your mother is a witch. Your mother can never be a witch, because your mother brought you into this world and she can never be a witch to come and kill you. So don't listen to fake pastors. Don't listen to what they are telling you. Look forward, pray to God, and take good care of your parents, and God will bless you. And remember, in all your homes, my dear children, make sure you pray as a family always, because that is the best thing I'm going to give you today. Involve your parents to pray for you, pray with them, and you have a better life ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Mommy. Tessie has one last question before you go. Mommy, I know your friends are watching. Tell them to also hear from us. So when we tell them the things they should be eating, they should not argue. Please, Mommy, speak to your friends on our behalf.
Exactly. Exactly. So my age people, my elderly friends, please don't stress these children. Don't stress them. We know what they go through. In fact, they go through so much. So much. If you just sit down and watch what they go through, don't come and add more trouble to them. Please listen to what they are telling you, because they don't have any bad intention. No child wants to harm the mother. No child wants to disrespect the mother. So let's listen to what they are saying and try to help them live a better life, please.
Thank you so much. Chris says we are waiting patiently for your recipe book and your website. I will add it to the resource page on the Gorete Experience. So once she's done with that book, I will follow up that book. I will actually follow up that recipe book and find a way to put it out. Maybe put it up on Amazon. Who knows? So that you can earn some small retirement money, right, Mommy?
Yes, I tell you.
Yes. Prayer is the key. Thanks, Mommy. Yes, indeed.
You're welcome.
So grateful that you were able to come on the show today, Mommy. And I know that you are still suffering from jet lag, but after this you can go and take your nap. I thank you, and I think so many of us have benefited from it. So just say our goodbye. So I put you backstage, and then we say goodbye.
Okay, my children, I'm happy that you all came. I'm happy that you've listened, and I'm praying to God that there will be a change, and you try to put what I've said into practice so that we can have a better home, a harmonious home, and everything that is good about it. I wish all of you well.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mami. I'm going to take you backstage now. Don't hang up and while I say goodbye to our guests. But thank you for those words of wisdom and information. Thank you. Bye for now.
Welcome. Thank you, Goretti.
Hi, guys. It feels weird when my mom calls me Goretti. But anyway, thank you. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for turning out in your numbers. My goodness, so many of you have been interactive. I appreciate you for honoring my mother. That's my mother, Mami Flor. She's a mother to so many, you know. So I'm glad that she was able to be a mother today on behalf of all of our beautiful mothers, those living and those who have passed on. May their souls rest in peace. I thank you. I hope she represented them well. And it was very important that I use this opportunity, you know, to talk about our prayers, because my mother and I, we talk a lot, and every time she talks, and throughout this COVID time, she's been working on that book, and I kept saying, Mommy, you have over 40 years of wisdom and education in this nutrition. I think so many people benefit from you, and I'm so glad that so many of us have benefited from Mami tonight. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget, if you're joining us for the first time, we do this show, The Woman Experience, every Wednesdays and Fridays, British Summer Time or Cameroon time right now at 8 p.m. So you can join us. We have conversations. We learn through our shared experiences. For example, I've had Mami Flo today, who has brought her wealth of experience to come and share, and knowledge to come and share it with us. And that's how we work on this show. So you're welcome. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, for those who are here and who haven't done it yet, please, 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 please go and like our page, subscribe to our page, share our page so others can like and subscribe to our page. The Goretti Experience on Facebook and the Goretti Experience on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube page, and we'll see you on Wednesday with another very interesting guest. It's been a pleasure. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you Wednesday. Thank you guys so much. Oh, and for those who are just joining, say I miss. So you haven't missed Gracious, you haven't missed Jerome. It's going to stay on the Facebook page after this, and then you can also catch it on YouTube in about 2 hours on the Goretti Experience page on YouTube. So thank you guys all, and God bless you. Have a good night. I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you.